Good day, everyone. Welcome to Elevate with Adetunji Lawrence, Aribasoye. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing anger and your response to what makes you angry. And I would like to tag this: your anger is useless. Okay, let's take a Bible reference. It's a story that we are all familiar with in the book of 1 Samuel 17. Let's look at verse 1. Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle. That's verse 1. And we gathered together at Shoko, which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Shoko and Azekah in Ephes Damini. The focus of today's message is on a man called David, and of course Goliath, his brothers, King Saul, and the people of God. This is a story of the people of God. Don't forget that God himself said, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." It means that though they are God's people, it is still possible to perish. To verse 4, and there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. As a matter of fact, Bible confirmed that Goliath has been fighting a war right from his childhood. He's skillful, he's a giant, he's tall, he has the physique and the physical posture enough to scare anyone. And that is what happened to the children of Israel. If you look at verse 8, and he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel. There are times that challenges in our lives also stand in front of us and cry and said to them, "Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am I not a Philistine, and ye servant to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me." At the moment, our dear country needs a man. Your family needs a man. Your life needs you to come out to face the Goliath of your life. And of course, Goliath, being a man skillful in battles, harassed the children of God, harassed the king, harassed and blasphemed even the name of God. And David came into the scene. With our Bible reference for today, David came. Then now David in verse 12 was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse. And he had 8 sons, and the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul. David, it was confirmed in verse 14 that he was the youngest, and the 3 elders followed Saul. David was not even allowed to go to the battle, but for some reasons this particular day he needed to visit the battlefront to deliver food and water and comfort to his brothers. And David came into the scene, and that's going to be the focus of today's episode. He saw Goliath harassing God's people, blaspheming the name of God. First thing first, he became angry. He wasn't comfortable with what he saw, and he needed to respond. There are times in our lives that we also get angry at poverty, at lack of capacity to pay school fees, and lack of capacity to even hear God speak to us. We get angry at political processes and systems and election outcomes. We get angry at the things we see on the street. We get angry at some things we even see in the church of God, and you really wish to, act or respond or change or completely remove. But guess what? If you fail to develop capacity to respond to anger, your anger is useless. You will be frustrated, your strength is just dissipated on nothingness, and your spirit is dampened. So let me conclude. David responded by approaching the king. What will you do for a man, or to a man that confronts this uncircumcised Philistine? And that was possible because David had developed capacity over time. He has been busy taking care of the father's business. He has been busy facing lions and bears in the bush. What lion have you faced in life? What have you learned in life? What capacity have you developed in life? How many books have you read or studied? How many seminars and paid trainings have you attended to develop capacity? David had the capacity, and he was able to respond by facing Goliath. I'm sure you know the rest of the story. He came back victorious. He came back a champion. You need to respond to issues of life. For first, you need to develop capacity to respond. In all spheres of our lives, we need to be conscious and intentional about capacity development. That will be all for today. I would like to see you again next time. God bless you. We are possible.